Hey, you.
Hey?
Have you seen a guy with pink hair and a black coat?
Oh, you mean Marluxia?
Oh, that's his name.
Yeah, he's a high-ranking nobody around here.
Nobody?
Yeah, I don't know much. I'm just a grunt. But he's one of the only higher-ups that comes down here to check on people.
Oh, that's nice. Wait, so there's a way up?
Yeah, I don't know where that is. I got lost shortly after coming down here.
Well, thanks anyway. I'll just keep looking around. This is a game. I remember that one time I used Gamefly. And once I got this game, it didn't work, so I never used Gamefly again. Viewtiful Joe Double Trouble is the fourth installment and the last of the series of Viewtiful Joe games. Which means technically this could be called Viewtiful Joe 3, but I'm sure this takes place between Viewtiful Joe 1 and 2. As Sylvia isn't playable and there's no mention of the events that took place during Viewtiful Joe 2. Or it could take place even after Viewtiful Joe 3, as nothing that happens here shows up in Viewtiful Joe 2. So its timeline is broken in this game. But anyway, the story starts off with this girl being terrorized by Hulk Davidson. Captain Blue appears to defend her and knocks him back, and... what's this? Alright, 2 screens. This one, the DS had unnecessary gimmicks to make it seem like it was innovating. So every now and then, cutscene stops playing and makes you slide in the next slide. It doesn't add anything, it just makes you waste a few seconds. So you'll be watching the scene play out and it stops several times. Well, anyway, the Hulk picks up the ice cream truck and throws it at the other two, and then another slide gimmick. Okay, sorry. That's my last comment on it, so... Joe shows up, and it turns out that it was all just a movie being filmed, and Joe ruined it. Well, at least it wasn't a porn he intervened in, or that would be awkward. And we learned that Joe has a sister. After that, we see some Power Rangers Putty Patrol grunts steal the film reel, and the game starts. We get a few tutorials showing us how to play the game, and since Joe's in the real world and not the movie world, he can't use his V-Watch. But then Captain Blue shows up with the V camera and it works down, so yeah. Where'd he get that camera? And all you need to do is film Joe to use his powers? Anyway. Since it's being recorded on camera now, we get some new powers aside from the regular slow-mo effect. We get Scratch, Split, and Slide. Scratch makes it so you can damage everything on the screen by just scratching on this DS screen. Split allows you to move things on the top and bottom screen. It's used mainly for puzzles and getting around places. And Slide is like the zoom feature. All it does is switch the top and bottom screen, and now you can tap stuff for solving puzzles and killing some enemies. So after learning all that and putting it into practice, we have our first boss. Basically, RoboCop. I mean, look at him. It's obviously obvious it's RoboCop. Come on. Well, all the levels are based on movie theme park attractions, with rides and stuff, so it's okay, I guess. And it even has some video game Easter eggs. Once we beat him, he tells us he's been controlled by another enemy and we have to chase after our sister now. Alright, gameplay. So the gameplay is similar to the original, although it feels kind of stiff. One problem I have is that there's no Mach speed. So a lot of the gameplay is just slow-mo fighting and touchscreen puzzle solving. As you can see, I am very good at this game. Very good. The puzzles themselves aren't hard, it's just some of the situations the game puts you in are really hard to do the puzzles. Like, you have to do the slide screen while trying to avoid enemies, which can be very frustrating at times. Every few levels we get a sub-boss, and then after another few levels we get a real boss. And this repeats as we go through the story and meet some new characters and old characters. Alistair, the best character in a Viewtiful Joe game. Next to Joe, obviously. Oh, well, he's one of the easier bosses to fight, but that doesn't make him any less cooler. Oh wait, now we're gonna fight our giant robots. That's why he was so easy the first time. He's still easy though. And finally, the final level. We use everything we've learned to go through this castle, fighting the hardest baddies in the hardest situations. Trying to survive and solve puzzles at the same time. We reach the top level and are greeted by a woman sitting. She announces we'll never be able to stop her, yada yada yada. The ground begins to shake and we find out that the castle turned into a giant mech. So Joe calls his mech, oh wait, no, he doesn't. So instead of having another awesome mech battle, we have to hit her rockets back at her, while fighting off enemies and dodging her hands. Once we destroy the mech, we reunite with Jasmine only to have our hero-ness stolen. The Queen then uses all the hero-ness she's stolen to transform herself, turning our costume gray. Oh shit. How's Joe gonna get out of this one? He grows another hero-ness. Great. Yeah. No explanation given, I'm just assuming he just grew another one, so... Now this is it, the final battle. It's kinda hard, but after a few tries, he can figure out her pattern. Once we beat her, we find out that she's actually Joe and Jasmine's deceased mother, Junko. And she says she came down from heaven to see them both. Well, thanks, Mom. You couldn't just appear in our dreams to see us or something? Nope, you had to try to kill us and try to take over the world. She tells us about how her life was before the car accident that took her life. She even tells the two that she watches over them from heaven. Isn't that kind of creepy? Does that mean she can see anyone from heaven? And she also tells Joe that she knows that she's been cheating on Sylvia, and he steals Jasmine's snacks. Yeah, that's just messed up. How could you steal someone's snacks? Come on, Joe, get your life together. Oh, Jasmine can now transform too. That's nice. So can we play as her? Do we get anything new from beating the game? Well, we unlocked the hardest difficulty, V-rated. Power-ups are more expensive, your VFX meter drains a lot faster, and enemies are stronger. No thanks. While this game is a nice addition to the Viewtiful Joe series, its flaws balance the good out. It's kinda short, clocking in at 5 to 6 hours, more if you probably play the other difficulties. The graphics look from what you'd expect of a Viewtiful Joe game, so I would only recommend it if you're a fan of the series, but even then, the touchscreen gimmicks will hold this game back a
bit. Hey, you're finally up?
How long was I out?
Just a few minutes.
Where did this come from?
Well, that's how everything gets down here.
Explain, please? I know this place is where forgotten channels go to.
Well, not just channels. Anything forgotten comes down here.
So this game and Viewtiful Joe?
Yeah, they just appear here without notice, so just be careful traveling around here.
Yeah, I will.
See ya.
Bye. Anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and follow me to see if I ever get out of here. Also check out the previous episode if you haven't. Wait a minute. I should go with him. Wait up!